Hi, my name is Melina. I'm a professional boudoir photographer in Portland, Oregon. And today I wanted to talk about some myths about boudoir photography that you might be believing and they might be preventing you from actually booking a session. Stay tuned for the last one because I think that one actually hits the hardest. Myth number 1. You have to be confident in order to book a boudoir session. I think this is probably the most popular, the most common thing that people think. However, it is actually quite the opposite. Booking a boudoir session is actually something that you can do to give yourself the biggest confidence boost. It will just totally transform your self-image. And also, by contrary belief, that is what it's all about. At least in my studio. So many of my clients have come to me saying that they don't feel confident in front of the camera. They don't feel confident in general. And they're still wanting to experiment and explore and create art because they know deep down that they are worth it and that they know that this experience can be very transformative. So they bite the bullet, they take the leap, and they book the session anyway. And watching the transformation from when they first arrived to the studio with tons of nerves and, all the excitement and jitters, and everything melts away after like 10 minutes of the shoot, and they leave a completely different person. It's really, really special and fulfilling for me as a photographer and as an artist and as a woman to be able to facilitate this transformation for so many people. It's just really, really exciting when I can see a difference in a person just after, an hour and a half photo shoot. Myth number 2, you have to have the perfect body. Once again, this is very common. This is very much a lie, and I hate that for you. And for me, I also struggle with these things, even as a boudoir photographer, even telling you all these things. I have to remind myself these things as well. There is no such thing as the perfect body. That image for absolutely everyone looks different. It does not look the same for anyone. And I can tell you right now, as you are in this body that you have, you are worthy of being photographed. You are worthy of being in a permanent photograph. You are. Trust me. Trust the professional. Having a certain body type is not going to solve all of your self-confidence issues. It's not going to magically make all of your problems go away. What I do think is valuable is even if you're trying to work on your body, maybe work on your health, whatever your personal body goals are, that is your business. My business is helping you to honor and celebrate your body no matter what stage you're in, no matter what age you are, no matter what size you are. Any body is worthy of being photographed, and it's worthy of being photographed in a boudoir setting. Yes, because they are different. Just being photographed in a normal portrait setting is one thing where it's usually, maybe more focused on your face, which for a lot of people can be maybe a bit more comfortable or safe feeling than like a full body image. However, boudoir is very focused on all the pieces, right? And I can tell you right now that there have been so many different types of bodies that have come through my studio. I'll even give you some examples. These lovely people have given me permission to share their photographs online. Wow. Amazing, stunning, beautiful, gorgeous, right? This could be you. Okay? Myth number 3, you're going to have to pose yourself. No one knows how to do this. No one. Except for professional models, obviously. However, most people are not that. So you, as the client, are not expected to come having the posing knowledge that I have. I have dedicated time and resources and money into learning and practicing all these different kinds of poses for all body types, again, so that you do not have to know a single thing when you come to the studio. You just get to show up. You get to show up, get your makeup done, and just say, let's go. And all the work comes from me. You will be posing. You will be getting into the poses, which is physical work. So don't expect to work out that same day. It's not necessary. You will get your workout in. When we put together a mood board for your session, I will actually pull in pose inspiration of new poses that I want to try, old poses that I want to bring back again, because a lot of the times I'll try a pose for one person and then I will go like a year or two without doing that pose ever again. So I'll bring back old poses that we can kind of revive and do in a new, unique way for you. And I will also probably bring some new pose ideas in the form of delicious little stick figure drawings, which I will also include here for your visual enjoyment. I went to art school. Can't you tell? Myth number 4, you will have to get nude. If you have seen boudoir photography online, you know that this isn't true because a lot of it, obviously, is lingerie, which is so fun. It's fun to shop for if you know how to do it right, which if you book with me, you will get a shopping guide on where to go and how to take your own measurements so that you can get the right fit online every single time. I got you. And it's fun to wear as something that a lot of us, I'm talking from personal experience, don't usually wear on a daily basis. It can be very fun to play dress up like this with lingerie and just with different fabrics and different kinds of outfits that we wouldn't be normally wearing. And the best part about outfits is that you are not limited to just underwear and lingerie. I've also had people come in with dresses that they don't usually get to wear, and we've done some photos with that. I've also had people just come and wear regular clothes, and then we do kind of like a stripped down sort of a thing, which is also really sexy and cool. So there's really no limit on what you get to wear. Your boudoir session is all about you and whatever you want to do. So the best part is whatever you want. And I know that can be a little bit too big of a box. So I always offer a little bit of help, especially when we're putting together that mood board. I think having some keywords to describe the vibe of your photo shoot really helps a lot. So like if you're wanting to wear regular clothes, your keywords are probably relaxed, casual, lifestyle. If you're wanting to wear something more traditional lingerie style, then you might go with like sensual, delicate, feminine, that kind of a thing. So no, getting nude is completely optional and not required for boudoir photography. And if you do, your photos will always stay private if you want them to be. Okay, myth number 5. Like I said, I think this one is like a real doozy. I think this is probably something that a lot of people feel, and sometimes maybe they can't identify it. And it really is the reason why they never book themselves a professional photo shoot, period, let alone a boudoir photo shoot. And that is that you cannot book a boudoir photo shoot if you've never liked a photo of yourself before. You may be surprised to hear that I have heard this many, many times. That people think they are too awkward in photos, they've never liked a photo of themselves before, so the odds of them liking a boudoir photo of themselves is going to be very, very slim, if not impossible. And I would like to ask you a few questions. Have you ever had a professional photo taken from, someone who knows what they're doing with, not only knows what they're doing with a camera, but knows what they're doing with people? I think that making people comfortable, making people feel relaxed and at ease during a photo shoot is arguably way more important than knowing what you're doing with the camera. Thankfully, I do know how to do both, if I say so myself. But knowing how to pose people and knowing how to interact with them in a way that makes them feel comfortable in their body during the photo shoot, not even with the results yet afterwards. We need to be like in the moment feeling good about ourselves. That is what will get the best result. And odds are all the photos that you've had taken of yourself were probably with a phone, from a friend, from a stranger on the street, just like, hey, can you take a photo of us at this, monument, whatever. And you hated it because they didn't tell you to bring your chin down. They didn't tell you to, straighten out your wrinkly shirt. They didn't tell you to unball your fists. There's a lot of techniques that can be used to remedy the awkward look for somebody in a photo by just making them feel comfortable. And that often will translate into a much more pleasing looking photo to your own eyes. So if this is you, if you're feeling like, you've never liked a photo of yourself before, why on earth would you spend a bunch of money to book a boudoir session to not like any of your photos in the end? I would challenge you, because this, like I said, has been the case for many of my own clients, and they leave wanting more photos than they signed up for in the beginning, which is incredible. I want you to have the rare problem of having too many photos that you love, that you can't live without. I want you to have that problem. Not only does it mean I did my job well, it means that you are feeling so good about yourself and you're feeling so confident from that experience that we had together that these photos mean so much more than just looking nice. They are literally the picture of you at your most comfortable in front of the camera, an experience that maybe you've never had before. And it's something that you can take home and look at again and be like, wow, I remember feeling so confident and so amazing in my body at that time. You will see a difference once you have tangible evidence of yourself looking awesome and feeling awesome at the same time. Those two things have to happen at the same time for us to feel like really, really good, I feel like. It will literally change the brain chemistry about how you look at yourself. And that is the greatest gift of all with boudoir photography, truly. And it's really why I kept doing boudoir. I originally signed up for this because I thought it was really fun. And, I got a little taste of that from my very first photo shoot. But really, over time, it has been like, what keeps me going is knowing that other people are going to be able to share in my art. And also it gives them this new perspective on how we define our own womanhood, how we define how we look at our bodies and what we get to say about them and how we get to think about them and how we can reconstruct that. Yeah, I could go like on and on about it. It's just such a special job and I love it so much. And that's why I wanted to share it here on YouTube as well. I want to yap about boudoir. I just do. So if you've made it to the end, thank you very much for listening in. And let me know in the comments which one of these myths, or which ones, you believed before this. Maybe all of them, maybe just one, maybe a couple. I know that I definitely believed a few of them before I started doing boudoir photography myself. And thankfully, I now know that none of that is true, even though some days, the old monster still comes to bite. But we know how to fight it off. Please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and if you would like to, talk a little bit more about boudoir photography with me, maybe hang out again, you could watch another video, and you could also subscribe. I am still having a lot of fun making these videos, and I hope to see you again. All right, bye.